Okay, so we are now about to start our beginning of our Grim Hollow campaign. So we have a good chunk of the party have all arrived in the town of Therhold for various reasons. Some people are doing something similar, some people are doing something completely different, and you've pretty much the majority of you have all ended up at the same place at the same time. You all are currently speaking to this merchant named Galloway, who is a very portly fellow who does not look like he's started a day in his life. Both hands are completely clad in jewelry. Like half the rings have like studs on them. He's got like a really nice necklace. He's big fat guy, jowls like crazy. He just looks like he just like jiggles when he walks. Just like a real portly fellow. So he sees the two new people that just walked into the room. And he kind of like walks, like imagine like bell ringing in the door whenever you walk into the room to alert someone that just walked in. He goes, "What can I do for you?"
Um. Yes. My brother is looking for a component pouch.
Yeah. I believe I have one of those somewhere around here.
Hmm, great. We'll take it.
And you just see him like just kind of like slowly shuffle. I mean, just Job of the Hut roll around the room, just kind of like sifting through stuff. And he's like,
Where was it? Where was it? Somewhere around here. Where is it?
and you just hear this guy just like chafing as he's walking. I mean, he's just not very fit.
Let's see. Here it is. Good. So, do you have the coin for it?
Azai is going to hand their bag to Zelze. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm going to try so hard. I'm sorry.
Just call
Zelza,
it.
Zelza.
Zelza.
Just call
Zelza.
me Zell for simplicity.
I will call you Zel. That's thank you.
And I will hand him the. I will uh ask him how much.
So he sits there and he kind of like tosses it up in his hand. It's just like,
Well, it's not cheap, I'd say. It's good quality, good contents. I I'd say I'd take about let's say 25 gold pieces for it.
I kind of stand there a moment, uh, held my head tilted to the side like I'm contemplating it, and then I'll open the bag out and count out the 25 gold and hand it to him.
Yeah, thank you. Much obliged. It's a pleasure doing business with you.
Thank you. And then I'll hand the component pouch to, uh, and I'm gonna butcher your name, S
it's
H
a
Azai.
Zai.
S
So
I.
the way I look at it and the way I've been picturing it whenever I see how it's spelled, just like take out the S-E and just think like Zai, you would pronounce Z-I, and then just like a Zai, like a Zai. That's how I'm looking. I'm just pretty much ignoring the S-E and just looking at like just A-Z-I's and like I'm just pronouncing it like a Zai. That's how I'm doing it. It's been working. So
Yeah.
if that
So
helps you,
I'll
do whatever.
it does. So Azai, I'll hand him the component pouch and say, "Here you go, brother."
Azai will nod.
Okay. So as you're still in the room, and the nice portly fellow, he'll look over at Andras, and it's like,
So, you said that you were wanting to sell some more of your pottery. Is that correct?
Yes, I have some bowls and cups for sale.
Hmm. So, let me take a look at your wares again.
There you go.
okay, and he'll like peruse them, kind of looking to see. It's like,
Definitely some fine craftsmanship here. You looks like you've done quite well for yourself. Have you been selling these long?
Few months.
Well, with more time, I'd say you'd be quite the fine artisan.
If you have anything you'd like to commission, I'd be able to do it, hopefully.
How are you with sculptures of people?
I think that would be doable, though it would take time.
I may have something that I could have commissioned for you.
And he'll kind of explain, that the townsmaster, he's quite vain, and that he would probably really appreciate some sort of model of himself, like almost like a figurine.
All right. What size are we talking?
Uh, how are you at to scale?
Oh boy.
That would take, I think, a few days at least.
I'm sure we'll find something for you. Yeah. Well, you'd probably have to talk to him about it, honestly.
Well, I can definitely do that.
I'll have one of my guards here take you there.
I appreciate your business.
That's no problem, sir. And, I say, if you change your mind about that armor, please come back.
And he'll kind of like yell out to like when he goes like,
Anders, come here, boy.
and one of the guy will come and like, hey, yes, sir.
Take this boy to the townsmaster.
And he'll start kind of like leading you that direction. But while of course he's conversing with the one guy, Zelza, are you and Azai gonna do anything else while you're in there?
I'm good.
Yeah. Once we have it and he looks happy with it, we're going to head back outside and tell the guard we are ready to continue on.
Okay. So he'll look at the dwarf off to his right, and it's like,
You there, little one. Did you find everything you're looking for?
I need to purchase supplies to start in the mines tomorrow morning.
That won't be a problem. We have plenty of fine tools that you can use.
I need to purchase a hammer, a miner's pick, and a shovel.
Oh, that will not be a problem.
and he'll kind of grab a couple items that he'll need for that, and he'll be like,
That'll be 5 gold pieces.
Okay, I'm gonna pay the 5 gold pieces.
okay.
And it's like, oh, before you go, you'll definitely need to speak with the townsmaster. There's a little bit of an arrangement we have with the mines.
Can you tell me where the townsmaster is?
Give me a moment. Anders!
And Andros, who was pretty much almost halfway to the townsmaster's office, like stops cold because the guard who was leading him there stops cold and starts sweating frantically and runs back to the general stores as fast as he humanly can.
I will cross my arms and wait.
Sir, what do you need?
Damn it, boy, why do you make me wait? Take this little one to the townsmaster.
Yes, sir. He's fucking. This kid's huffing and puffing. He's struggling.
I'm sucking dick for beer money.
Please come along. And he'll kind of like lead you towards the direction towards the left here. It's where my portal's at. So it's to the left.
Is it up? Because I don't see anything in the corner.
Just push up one more space. You'll move. I promise. There you go. It's
good enough.
invisible. As I just go up one more north. Perfect. Excellent. All right, so let me swap to these ones. So, Andrews and are gonna start making their way and leading everybody towards where the townsmaster's office is. Okay, so just outside the townsmaster's office, you will notice a large two-story building. It looks very nice. You will notice 2 guards kind of standing outside of the building, kind of like standing watch. Anders, who is still sweating bullets and looks very, very exhausted. Kid does not look like he exercises very much. Probably needs to start running a little bit. Finally catches back up to where he needs to be. to lead everybody to meet in the townsmaster's office. So he'll start making his way in. He's like, "Let's follow me this way." And both guards that are kind of standing just outside of the guard out of the townsmaster's house just snicker at the guy as he's walking in, just kind of like worthless. And he's like, "Follow me this way."
Why can't I move up?
You're somehow on the edge of it. Here, I'm gonna do this, or try to. There you go. Now you should be able to.
Okay.
Try now. Perfect. Okay. He's like, right this way. He'll be with you in a moment. Just have a seat. There's food, whatever you'd like. Just have a seat. He should be out momentarily. So as you walk into the room, you notice this nice like chestwood dining room table, and there's 6 chairs seated in it. There's just a very nice spread of food list on the table. Pretty much kind of what you see on the table is kind of what's there. The guards, just wanted, help yourself to whatever food is there. And that the townsmaster should be there presently, and he'll kind of head out of the room and kind of close the door behind him.
I'll sit down as
Okay.
well.
Okay. So as you enter the room, you notice kind of one person standing in the room, kind of like off to the side, staring at this. There's like a deer or like an elk mounted just above the fireplace, and this guy's just kind of like staring at it, like mesmerized, like completely oblivious that, nice. Nice. It's like, I'll just stand.
Yeah, I think I'll stand.
Stand. So, you see this other guy just kind of just in the room with y'all. That's, y'all just kind of just half of you just kind of just barely ran each other, don't know anything about one another. You're just there.
Try to pull the hood of my cloak up even more over my head as I kind of wrap my cloak even a little bit more tighter around me as I'm sitting there, giving off very much probably the vibes of a very shy person.
Okay. So, is anybody doing anything besides, sitting at the tables? Anybody partaking in any of the food, anything like that?
I'm not eating. I'm just going to scan the room and just sit perfectly still.
Okay. Sounds good.
You already know.
Yes, I do. Orlin, what about yourself?
Is definitely going to take a turkey leg while he waits.
Strong.
Since he was given the okay by the guards.
Yep.
He's just going to eat and kind of side eye everybody in the room, kind of assess all of these people that he's been traveling with and doesn't know yet.
Sounds good. I like it. What about Andras? What about yourself? Gonna brood in the corner.
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of hang out. Not really doing a whole lot yet.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so about 5 minutes goes by. You're all just kind of sizing each other up in the room. No one, to my knowledge, no one's conversing with each other. Everyone's just kind of just like, just hearing the sounds of, Orlin just smacking a turkey leg, and making no qualms about eating it. Kind of like, I'm not going to waste this food. So after about 5 minutes goes by, some awkward silent chewing. You'll hear kind of like a dragging sound coming from to your south a little bit. Almost like the sound of like a heavy chair moving. And you'll hear like a thumping sound, like kind of like almost in stride with like a step. And you'll hear like the sound of like a door unlocking, and the door will open to your south. And you'll see this very finely dressed gentleman come walking out, and he almost looks kind of taken aback of how many people are in the room, and he just kind of goes, "Oh, well, I didn't expect so many people here. That's well, okay then. All right. So, what brings you all here?
I'm here for the job.
This same for me and my brother.
Orlem bolts up and immediately hides the turkey leg behind his back and says, I am here to discuss working in the mine starting tomorrow.
You'll notice the guy, he just kind of like smiles. It's like, I think you missed a little bit in your beard there.
Orlem quickly strokes his beard and looks down, feeling very embarrassed.
It's quite all right. It's quite all right. This food is left for you on purpose. Anytime we send out a flyer, we try to have some sort of spread for anybody that would like to partake. We'd like to show a little bit of generosity to anyone that's willing to risk themselves to help us. So, my name is Lord Mistel. I am the townsmaster of Therhold. So recently, we have been under constant attack by hordes of undead. They've come out in the middle of the night. Thankfully, they haven't been able to get into the walls. Our guards have been doing a good job of keeping them outside, but very recently we had a small child get out in the early afternoon before we closed for the day, and spent the whole day trying to find her, and she was out in the woods and she'd gotten attacked. Thankfully, she's still alive, but she's not going to be able to save the leg, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, we felt like that we needed to hire some outside help. So, I'm assuming you've all seen the flyer, correct?
I'm gonna raise my hand in the corner. Sir, I think I might be in the wrong meeting. Am I supposed to be in the next room?
Did you not come here for the flyer?
I'm gonna walk over and tower over him. I was here about a job to make a statue.
Oh, oh, you're that one. Oh, yes, right. Well, okay. Not what I was expecting, but all right. Well, I guess you can't judge. Okay then. Yes. Right. I guess have a seat in my office there, and we'll discuss further. It'll kind of direct you to go to the south.
I'll,
Go ahead, sir.
as I start to sit out in the chair, you hear another creak from the room, and I stand up again promptly. I'll wait here.
Okay.
Good sir. Me and my brother would, if it's possible, we would like to see the child that has been injured. We have some rudimentary knowledge of medicine, and we would be more than happy to see if there's anything we can do to assist.
Yes. That would be wonderful. I would greatly appreciate that. Yes, I'll have one of my people take you down there to go see her. If that is all right with you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, good sir.
Was the child the last person attacked?
Yes, unfortunately. Fortunately, yes, she's the last one that's actually been hurt.
And that was the last encounter you had with the undead?
Correct.
Where's the child?
She should be at home with her parents.
You need to see her.
We can arrange that. That won't be a problem.
Or I would like to go see the child too, and help in any way that I can.
Okay. That can gladly be arranged. That will not be a problem. So the townsmaster will holler for one of his people to direct you down towards where the child is currently staying. He'll kind of yell to her. He's like, Nelson, sir, but please come in. And this guy will come in through this door to your right and walk in. He's like, yes, sir.
Nelson, if you'd be so kind as to take them to go see Sally, shall you? That would be most wonderful. They want to check and see how she's doing. Yes, sir, I can do that. And so he's like, follow me. And so the guy there is gonna take you down out to the building to take you to go see Sally. If you'll want to follow him. Okay, just keep going to the south. Straight on down. Perfect. Is those same? Perfect. All right, and you're gonna head to your east. Or sorry, west. Gonna be right here about where I'm circling. Just kind of push up a little bit. Here, boom. Go down one. Also go up one. Perfect. All right, and then
Those are really nice transitions.
Yeah. All right. So before you do that, I'm going to take undress for a quick check, and I'll be back. Well now. So it's a pleasure to meet you. Like I said, my name is Lord Mistel, and did you spoke with Galloway, correct?
I did, my lord. He said you were looking to have maybe some sort of figure of yourself created.
Yes, that is correct. Well, I've always had a fascination for the arts, and I've seen so many nice statues of late. I've seen some made out of marble, some made out of granite, and I felt like something like that would go very well in my home. Is that something you think that you could do?
I can certainly try. It's not something I regularly do. I've only done a few busts before. If you're wanting that, I can give it a try for sure.
Yes, that would be quite wonderful. So have you ever done any modeling?
No.
I mean, like modeling of people that you're making sculptures of. Like
Oh,
they perform modeling for you.
yeah, yes.
How do you
Apologies.
feel? How do you feel about nude modeling? Does that make you feel uncomfortable?
Not necessarily.
Good. So let's discuss this further. And he goes and tries to sit in his chair, and as soon as he sits, the thing just shatters from underneath him.
Are you all
Dear,
right?
dear
I'll
Lord,
catch
what happened? I just got this chair.
you. I'll look at it and see like a crack of the legs. Looks like shoddy workmanship.
Yes, quite it is. I definitely have to see about getting my money back for this. This thing was quite expensive. Can't buy nice things anymore. Well, so what I'll need you to do is I will need you to gain materials. It's not going to be cheap, but don't worry, I'll fund most of the cost. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go see Galloway and have him start working on getting everything that I'll need. Is that all right with you?
Of course. Work on it as soon as I can.
Thank you. That'll be most excellent. I greatly appreciate it. So what was your name again, sir?
Andros.
Andras. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. You can call me Salvatore, okay?
All right, Salvatore. I look forward to working with you.
It's all my pleasure. So well, I'll see to make sure everything is arranged, okay?
Okay, I'll head back to the goods store.
Yeah. All right, no worries. If you want to start heading that way, you can. Yeah, you just head south, and then head to your west a little bit, kind of like right here. Perfect. All right. So
I'll wait over here.
okay. All right. So let me get them to the. I'll still need to be at. Right. So I'm gonna get them back in the main chat because I keep forgetting.
Andres.
Okay. So
there we go.
yeah. All right. So
the guard is going to lead you to the building that you're going to go to where the girl's being held right now. Her family is currently taking care of her. The girl's name is Sally. She has a very bright red hair. She was very, very full of life, very upbeat. She was a constant player. Like this girl just had nothing but good times until she got attacked. And this is being explained to you by the guard as you're walking over there. And he says that like since then she's just like this just depressed little girl. She doesn't even smile anymore. She's just pretty much just deflated. So, but all right, he's gonna head you towards. So you're gonna come down here to this farm. So you're just gonna get to the left side of the icon and then tap the tree.
As we walk over, I want to ask where she was attacked.
So he'll explain to you that she got outside of the town. So if you're looking at the gate, so you see the entrance, the gate entrance, how you came in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
she was outside of the gate, and she was actually kind of like towards. Go from the edge of the gate to where it hits that 90-degree angle on the left hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Up towards the woods, just a little north of that, kind of about where my cursor's at. That's where they found her when she was bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So, all right, sound good? All right, so I'll be able to get 2 of y'all in the farm. Should get a couple more. Blam. All right, I think I got all of y'all in it at the same time. All right, so where you're at, just kind of, I'm gonna move y'all off so that you don't
You do
accidentally.
not own a token.
There we go.
Accidentally teleported myself out. Okay, I'm back.
I do not own a token here.
All right, I'll get you. So there's 2 of you that it's doing that for some reason. Can you see yours or no?
No, I can't see mine either.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, how about now, both of you?
Yep.
Good.
I can see mine.
Orlum, can you see yourself?
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. So, yes, go ahead.
So Zai is immediately going to walk up to the door. If it is unlocked, she is going to let herself in.
Okay. And so you notice 2 people sitting at a table as soon as you walk in, and both of them are just very startled that this person just kind of burst into their home.
Oh, pardon us, good sir and good I'm assuming male and woman.
Correct.
Good, pardon us, good sir and good lady. Me and my brother are here to offer our assistance. I'm assuming to your child, the Sally who was attacked. Um, Me and my brother have some very rudimentary skill with some medicine. We're here to offer whatever aid we can.
So both of them are still kind of initially startled for, abruptly entering their home. And the woman at the table, Kathy, she looks at you and she was just like, "Is there anything you could do for my niece?"
We are more than happy to look at her and see what we can do for your niece.
So the guard will kind of like walk in after you're kind of conversing with him. It's like, I'm sorry about that. So we were just came from the townsmaster, and he Lord Mistel said that they might be able to help. And Kathy kind of just she looks very kind of just bleak, and she's kind of like nods her head. She's like, I'll take you to go see her, and she'll kind of like come this way, and she'll kind of like walk whoops, I grabbed the card, and she'll kind of lead you back this way. And so like she'll kind of like stand outside of the room before you go in, and she was like, now she's
And my token disappeared.
how about now?
Yep, there it is. Okay.
You were just under somebody, I think.
I think I hit a wall or something. It shot me back to where I was, and I didn't see right away.
Okay. So just before she leads you into the room, she's like, so I have to warn you, she's not in a good place. We had to take her in when she was really young because unfortunately her mother and her father died. Me and my son are doing the best we can, and unfortunately she was so full of life before she got attacked, and
just don't know if she'll ever be the same again.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about the attack on your niece, and I'm so sorry to hear about the death of her parents. Um, we definitely uh are we're definitely do what we can to help restore her to her former self.
What took her
Um,
parents?
They died of the weeping pox.
and I kind of look at my brother and say, I believe uh the head of the town meant her aunt and her cousin as referring to them as her caretakers.
Uh, Um, like, are you asking about what happened to?
No, that was something I
Between our
got,
characters, yeah.
yeah, got signed.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so nothing that you're actually asking
Mhm.
Kathy.
No.
Correct. Okay, so she answered Azos and explained to him that the weeping pox took her parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And then Azai's going to show great interest at hearing um, the name.
okay. And so Kathy just kind of like says, she looks at her and she goes like, okay. And she just kind of like hangs her head and just kind of like slowly opens the door and she's like, Sally, don't be alarmed. I brought some people to see you. And she, slowly walks into the room.
Azai is going to slowly approach the girl and then give her a gentle wave.
Okay. So you see this small child. She's laying in the bed. She's pretty much like covered up almost her entire body. That like the only thing that's visible is like the very top of the bridge of her nose, like her eyes are visible, and you can just see this just stark red hair coming out from the top of her head. Um, and she's just kind of just like poking her head out, like so like the only she can see is her eyes. She can just see the room, and like she's using like the blanket as like almost like protection.
I'm going to remove a glove from my hand and gently place my hand on the girl's forehead. And I'm going to examine her. So that would be
A medicine check.
medicine.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Oh, not the best roll.
Yep. So, as you kind of look at her, you don't see any like strange sores or anything on her body. Um, as you kind of like looking her over a little bit, she's still mostly covered up. But like you can see her right leg kind of like twitching a little bit when you kind of like touch her head. Um, Kind of like almost like a reaction.
I'm going to sign to Zell and say I want to see her leg so that the aunt knows what I'm about to do.
Um, Catherine, my brother is just gonna pull the covers back. He would like to examine the leg that was injured.
Uh, Sally, please show them your leg, okay?
And so like the girl will kind of like um hesitantly, kind of like shuffle the blanket a little bit, and she'll kind of reveal this really really infected leg on the right side. So on the top of her right thigh, you see a extremely large bite mark. You see pretty much just a large circular pattern that's probably about 4 inches wide and about 6 inches long. Um, and you see just several penetrating marks into the leg, and the leg has a very foul smell to it. You see a lot of pus and kind of discharge coming out from the wound. Um, it doesn't look very good. Like her
Um,
skin looks discolored a little bit below the leg, like it's almost like the area below her knee and down is actually is so imagine her skin is kind of like a light peach color, and her skin below the knee down starts getting kind of like really, really dark and red and almost like swollen looking.
Okay, first thing, what do I roll to see if I recognize the type of bite wound? Would that also be a
Um,
medicine?
with that one, it would be. I want to say it falls in that. Let me.
And then second, would I be able to cast lesser restoration on her to see if I can heal whatever disease or whatever's afflicting her leg?
Um, so I want to say. Look to see which one is the one about like a wound. Okay, so it's going to be an investigation check
Okay.
for the wound in her leg.
Which I suck at. That's fine.
I got a 12, so because I'm doing the same
Holy
thing.
cow!
All right.
Oh,
Um,
I know exactly what that bite is.
um, so based on second. Okay. So the bite definitely looks like something that was like humanoid in nature that inflicted the bite. It is definitely looks like whatever bit her like almost spread something to her when it bit her. Um, but she doesn't look like she's doing very good. Like
Okay,
you'll
so
notice that her skin is actually very feverish. Like she feels very warm to the touch. Like when you kind of laid your hand on her head, she feels very hot to the touch. Um, she's not in a good way.
okay, so back to my question. Would lesser restoration do anything to help her?
So lesser restoration is mainly for
I can
like it
cure
can
one disease or a condition.
it's basically they can be blinded, poisoned, and deafened. Um, blinded, deafened, paralyzed, and poisoned. So she's infected with more like a disease right now.
But it says
Um,
I can cure either one disease or one condition.
true, you're right. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll give you that. So
Okay.
cast
So,
cast target her and then cast lesser restoration.
all right. Oh, it's not on my bar anymore. Okay.
It might
Concentration.
be oh yeah, we took it off your one thing.
Um,
Go ahead.
Nothing happened.
I'm gonna look at Catherine.
Mainly just needed you to cast the spell. That's all I needed for the spell slot.
Okay.
I mainly
But
just want the spell slot removed. That's
but
the
it
biggest
didn't
thing.
do anything.
It did seem to kind of lessen her fever. Like she doesn't feel as warm to the touch. The wound itself, it didn't do anything to stop the wound.
Mhm.
But she doesn't seem to be as feverish anymore. Like she seems to be a little bit, her temperature seems to be kind of coming down a little bit. But the wound itself looks almost like the exact same.
We might need to cut the leg off.
While she was getting ready to cast and stuff, I'm gonna kind of turn around and make sure that when she gets done casting, that if the ant has any type of negative reaction, I can try to play interference. Um, if if there's no uh reaction,
She's not making any emotions to like charge you to try and like protect her or anything like that. She can see that like it looks like y'all are trying to help her. She can infer based on Azai's
okay.
body language that she's not trying to do anything to harm her and that she's looking like she's actively trying to help her.
So when I don't see any type of negative reactions, I'm just gonna kind of look back over my shoulder at Asai and kind of give my shoulders kind of a questioning shrug as to uh doing the did it work it doesn't look different.
Ozai just shakes their head.
Okay. Um, I do look at Catherine and say, um, hopefully, what we've done helps. We're more than happy to, continue to come and check on her and see how she is. See if any further treatments, will help. Um, but we've also offered the Huntsman to investigate, potentially what maybe attacked her. Maybe if we can learn what attacked her, specifically the type of m- creature, we might be able to find a cure.
Well, she looks at you and she um, and looks upset. And she's kind of sad that there wasn't anything like immediately that you could do. She definitely seems to be relieved that she's not as feverish. Um, but she's still sad that she feels like the kid might lose her leg still. Um, and so she's like she'll kind of explain that she's like, I understand. Well, I, I guess you can speak to the gods and try and see if you can gain more insight about what bit her. And unfortunately, I don't know, but
Um,
hopefully they can find out for you.
I'm gonna say definitely, and I'm gonna look to Sally and go, if you're comfortable with talking about it, could you potentially describe what it looked like? Did you even see what attacked you?
And then like when you kind of like mention the thing that like attacks her, she kind of like looks like really like her eyes get like really big and bulged, and like she like immediately takes like the covers and like flips it over her head like to try and like hide, and like she's just like her hand, you could like the only thing you can see at the top of the covers is just, like her hands just shaking, and like she's just
Right.
like whole body quivering.
I'm sorry, Sally. We don't need to talk about it. I didn't want to upset you. I do apologize. We'll find the information out another way. Thank you for showing the bravery that you have.
And
And Zilza will uh kind of nod to Azai and kind of start backing out of the room.
okay.
Is the guard that brought us over here still here, or is he left?
The guard's still in the room. He's talking with the young boy that's sitting, or the young man that's kind of sitting at the table named Frederick.
Okay. Um, I unfortunately, I actually don't I see any of their character tokens. The only token I can
How about
see
that?
is
Now to
Ace.
see him.
No, I only see SI.
How about to your left now? Do you see anybody?
I see empty chairs.
Okay. Let me try this then. How about now?
Okay, yep, I see Frederick.
Okay.
Okay, I just don't see the guard, so
He's
that's a,
he's there. He's
yeah, that's
I'll do
fine.
that. I'll do that. There you go. Now you should be able
Okay.
to see him.
Yep. I'm gonna look to the guard and say, um, your name was Nelson, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Uh, do you know which guards found Sally?
I believe it was Schultz and Emerson, sir.
Okay. Has anybody gotten a good look at these undead creatures? What they look like? Does anybody know what type of undead there are?
I'm not very sure, sir. All I know is that she was. Well, they said that they'd heard her screaming and they went to where she was at. But that's all I know.
I kind of look to Azai and back at the guard and go, could we? Are these guards on duty right now, or are they off duty? Could we potentially talk to them?
Yes, sir. I believe that they're at the gate right now. I believe they're on the gate watch.
Oh, so they would be the ones that let us in? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. When you have the time, I don't know what the other two are going to want to do, but when you're ready, we're ready to go talk to them.
That is not a problem. Alrighty. So, anything else anybody wants to do while they're still here on this map?
Not me.
Okay.
Nope. Orlum is very upset that a beast would attack a little girl and would just love to get to the bottom of it.
Okay. That is fine. All right. So start heading your way towards the east. Sorry, west. God dang it, west. So right here, I'm circling the portal to get out. Is right here. Right here. Zelza, right here. Got it?
There we go.
Perfect. Okay. So you can let's see. So one person is doing something, so let me do something real quick, and then I will continue from where we are heading with everybody heading towards the gate entrance to speak with somebody. Give me just one second.
So is Orlum kind of following us with the investigation at this point?
Yeah, I didn't want to interject, but there was several moments where Orlum did want to pound his fist on a table. He's in it for the justice now. He's
Gotcha.
a
Now,
defend the innocent type of guy.
True paladin. Love it.
yeah,
Yep.
now, does your paladin have a holy symbol displayed?
Hold on.
Negative.
Okay, thank you.
So you basically look like an armored dwarf fighter, as far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Okay.
Heart of gold.
Yep. And you can definitely tell that when Zelza is definitely the talker of the two siblings.
Yeah, I know that Azai doesn't talk. I don't know if I'm supposed to know why yet. I don't know if
Nope.
that's part of it. I don't know
Nope.
You don't you know why, but your character doesn't know why.
Yeah.
IRL, I know why, but
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. So da, 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 da. All right. So let me move you towards the gate here. Da, 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 da. All right. So start heading towards the town right here. So just head to the right here. Just go down one more, Zelza, or Zelzia, or Zelza. Yeah. And then down one more. Oh, perfect. All right. So while y'all are there at the gate real quick, I'm going to swap to Andros real quick.
Okay.
While they're walking, Orlum is very emotional after seeing the maimed little girl and tries to compliment Azai on his healing skills and start awkward conversation with him.
And as I will awkwardly pat the dwarf on the head. As in
Oh,
saying thanks.
and Zell will look at Orlum and go, "Oh, I'm sorry. My brother doesn't speak very often. But he does say thank you." Am I still breaking in and out, or did you guys?
Oh, I hear you.
Now I
I hear
heard
you
you.
fine.
Sorry, I was taking a drink of something.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the middle of typing something. Give me just a second.
No, that's okay.
I
I
will
know I
see
was
you.
breaking in and out earlier. That's why I asked.
Now your audio seems to be doing pretty good now.
Great.
Out of character though, that sucks that Lesser Restoration didn't work. I didn't think it was going to, but hey, at least I tried.
Well,
Did your best.
That's
well,
true.
it
That's literally the
lessened
best I can do right now.
it lessened the symptoms, which is a good thing. So maybe it's something where maybe multiple castings, or we need a specific type of ingredient to go with the casting.
Yeah. No, definitely. While we're here, my character is once a day going to go visit and cast Lesser Restoration on the little girl.
Oh God, have I seen anybody that I would equate to poor or impoverished, like I would, like either slightly better off than me, or as bad as I was in where the city I'm from?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
All right. So let me swap to Andres real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, it took me just a second. So as you make your way back towards the general store to go speak with Galloway, he'll kind of look at you and he's like, "Ah, you're back. Did you change your mind?"
So he wants me to make a statue, but he said I needed to gather resources, and then I should talk to you.
Oh, yes, yes, quite. Yes, yes. All right. Oh, yes. Bother. So, here's the thing. I don't have what he needs. He's got this crazy idea in his head that we can make him some, crazy statue of himself, and it's just not feasible. It's too expensive. So here's what we should do. Um, I'll say that we sent you out foraging to get supplies, and I said that I was just a little bit short on a couple of things, and I tasked you and I paid you to go find something and just kind of piddly around for a little bit and then come back and then we'll go and talk with him and tell him that we don't have what we need. Or does that sound okay with you?
Okay. Uh, what is it that we need? Is there no way to get what he's after?
The man's insane. He wants a complete marble statue of himself. Do you know how hard it is to find marble? It is very, very difficult.
Well, and that's not something that I would be able to do with pottery, anyways. It's a whole different profession.
That's what I'm saying. The man's out of his mind. He doesn't understand. I even told him that you work with clay, and he was like he'd had it in his mind that you could do it anyway.
Okay. Yeah, we can. Hopefully, he won't be too disappointed.
Oh, he'll get over it. He gets these wild whims all the time. It's just his thing. But yeah, just go and head out of town and just kind of piddly around for a little while. Then I'll send someone to go get you.
Okay. Do you have any jobs in the area that I could partake in? Anything you know about while
Uh,
I'm here?
well, I know that they're sending a whole bunch of people to try and kill these creatures that have been attacking people. They just attacked a little girl recently.
Oh, is that what they were meeting with the town master for?
It's entirely possible.
I guess
I
I should find that group. Maybe they'll know something about it.
Yes, but I guess just head out to town for now, and then some of those guards may be able to point you out in the right direction.
All right. What's the town master's name? How do you spell it?
What the name of the town?
No, the guy who wants the
Oh,
statue.
oh, I'll do this for you. I will put it in your actual Discord. I'll put it in the Discord message for you. Bam. There you go.
All right.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep notes on
Yeah,
people that
no
I
worries.
talked to.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, head out, head down, get to, I guess, here and just head just west all the way till you hit till you teleport.
Okay.
And then let me make sure I got every. Okay, so they're all listed on this map, and I got to move 2 or 3 of them to the other map. Okay, I can do that. I forgot. Joe messaged me. Let's see. Okay. Oh, let me look at the chat. Sorry. Okay.
Tragic.
I'm replying back to one message in the private chat real quick. As soon as that, I will resume where we were.
I after a tragic fire, me and my brother decided that our skills and would be better served helping those who are in need, such as Sally in this town.
Okay, so looks like the bulk of
Because I
y'all
will not
are
all of that.
okay. There.
Orlim's just going to make a mental note that these two seem like they are good, upstanding people, and he's going to continue sticking with them in this new city for the time being.
Okay. Andros, were you planning on heading to the gate or no?
Yeah, if I can see them like leaving the town, then I'll
Yeah,
try and follow them
you
out.
would see them kind of walking in a group heading towards the gate.
I'm sort of tag along.
Yep, that's fine. I put you're in a perfect position to where you would be in relation to where they are. Azos, are you still doing what you're doing?
Since I didn't find anything, I'm gonna come back around to the front.
Okay, I can make that happen. Give me just a second.
Okay.
I'm going to put you where everyone else is, but I'm going to put you from where the direction you were coming from,
Okay.
which is here. So as you are all walking towards the gate, you see this guy berating the absolute shit out of these 2 guards.
Hey, Logan.
Hello, Logan.
Are we at the gate?
You are at the
Oh,
gate.
at the gate. Fucking Schultz at it again, drinking on the fucking job here. I'm
I'm,
getting tired of your shite, mate.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to.
Oh, you're gonna regret this again. Now stick out your hand.
Sir, please, not anymore.
Sti-
I,
st-
I still can't
Stick
feel my
out your
hand.
fucking hand.
Sir, please
Stick
don't.
out your.
Please don't, sir. I can't. I can still barely use my right one.
I'm letting you off with a warning this time. Don't let me catch you slacking ever again.
I'm sorry, sir. I promise I'll do better.
I'll take it out of your paycheck. Buy me a few more down at the pub. This time I'm taking it out of your hide again.
I'm sorry, sir.
Mm.
And then the other guy behind him, Dennis, he's just kind of like watching this happen, and he's just keeping his mouth fucking shut.
And right
Say-
he is.
Wondrous.
That's how you stay out of trouble. Keep your mouth shut and your head down.
Yep.
Truly magnificent.
Orlin would notice that when Zaza hears the berating of this guard and stuff, you just kind of see him kind of sink into his cloak and pull the hood. Even it's like he wants his hood to go even further, and it just won't.
He wants his hood to eat him.
Orlim
Is that-
definitely noticed him doing that in the kitchen at Sally's house as well, or at the town's master's house as well.
As
Yeah.
I will step in front of Zell.
What's going on here?
Oh, and who the hell is... Fucking hell, who are you? Knuckles the fucking echidna? Get the fuck out of my face, Tiefling. What brings you here?
Leaving the town. Why are you berating people
Riddance.
on this road?
Men on my payroll. I'll berate whoever I damn please.
Hmm. Okay.
Good lad, minding his own business he is.
What was the names we were given of the two guards that
Um,
rescued Sally?
Schultz and Dennis.
Okay. Lilza kind of tentatively steps up to this guy who is berating the two guards and goes, excuse me, good sir. Could you point out which one is Dennis and which one is Schultz?
This
We've
is
been
the
asked.
this is the ugly one behind me.
Okay.
Although he knows his place and he knows his role a lot better than the pretty one over there.
Well, I would like to talk to them about the girl Sally and what they may have saw when they rescued her. We've been, me and my brother here, as I point to Asai, we've offered our services in with the undead.
Am I privy to this rescue business? Do I know what the hell this guy's talking to me about?
It's all nonsense.
It's all nonsense to me. Alright, fair enough. I literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Check your out of character one.
Might not be nonsense after all.
Tell you what, these men are on me payroll. Mind your own business and move along.
Well, I'd be happy to, sir. I just once. Do you know? Do you know? Have any description of what possibly?
I don't know shite. Now get out of my sight.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hey,
And Zizil just kind of backs off.
fucking.
I have a
Excuse
quick
me.
question.
Go ahead.
So would this be a social situation where I could use like a charisma check or no?
Yes, you could do in this situation. This would be one where you would do. It's a skill check, or you would either do an intimidation check, where you would almost try to almost talk down to the guy, or you would use like a persuasion check to try and be like friendly to the person, to be like, "Hey, can you please stop doing what you're doing?"
Okay. Can I try to do a persuasion check on the guy that's berating everybody?
Sure. So when you click on yourself, you'll see a tab that says skills, and then you'll see like four little rows, and then you'll see persuasion on the bottom row to the bottom left hand corner.
We'll do both. If it doesn't work, I'll be the bad cop.
Okay.
16's not bad.
So does 16 mean that it worked?
So when you kind of proposition to him, it's like, hey, you should probably calm down. These guys don't mean any harm. Kind of approach to him. He kind of like stares daggers at both Schultz and Dennis, and just kind of feels like, fuck it, they're not worth it. And he kind of like slowly starts kind of backing off a little bit.
Brood in the corner.
Okay. So I'm going to take that as we're cleared to talk to them now. So Orlum, does it matter which? I guess he'll talk to Dennis first. Sir, we just came back from visiting Sally's family. We just wanted to ask you if you could give us any type of description about the monster that attacked her.
So he'll kind of look at you, and he's still kind of like has his eyes fixated on Zurger, and he's just kind of like staring at him, just like kind of like watching him at the corner of his eye, and he's like, I don't know anything.
Insight check to see if he's lying.
Sure, go right ahead. He is definitely lying.
Um, does
Like,
it
are
look
you
like
sure?
does it look like he's not saying anything because basically his superiors here? Can I get
He
with
is
that
he is
16?
actively shivering in place,
Okay.
and it ain't
Um,
cold outside.
Velza comes over to Asai and very quietly whispers to him, um, the their captain is forcing them to be quiet on the situation.
Isaiah's gonna nod and sign pretty much. Let's head back into town.
Um,
We'll come back to them later.
Zelza kind of nods in agreement and starts heading back into town at this point.
Okay, not a problem.
And before they go back, Isaiah's going to pretty much stare at the bald one more time before they walk back through the gate.
Spit in her general direction.
I'm just gonna sit on this cliff and
How dare you assume my pronoun?
I'm gonna spit in her. It's
you gotta
spit in
say
the
it
ugly
with
one's
General
general
direction.
direction.
it's with a Z.
Wait, was this a cliff over here? On this side right here?
It
It's a
looks like
ledge.
it's a small little ledge, so I'm just sitting here.
It's just like a small little lip. It's nothing like big terrain, anything like that.
Okay, I
Nothing
was about
like
to say, man, I just jumped down there.
nothing to like be anything that you really have to like jump up and climb.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a statue of a bird while I wait.
I want to ask the guard before I walk in. Well, actually, let me take that back. Did I hear any of the conversation that they were having? Like, did I come around in time or no?
Yeah, you would have been able to pick up at least a good portion of what they were discussing.
Okay. And then to clarify with him, there's nothing that he knows.
He doesn't know anything.
I'm sure of
I'm
this.
right, he doesn't.
He is 100% lying, and he
Okay.
doesn't know anything.
I'll let him know that if you're not truthful to me, I will come find you. And the punishment that he gives you would be way, way lighter than what I will give you.
So, like Dennis is like kind of like eyeballing between you and his boss, and he's like kind of like looking between both sides. He doesn't really know what to do.
In that time frame, I put my hand on his shoulder and say, I'll be at the inn. Come find me afterwards. You won't want me to come find you. And I'll walk off after that. And I'll head to the inn.
As you walk by, Zelza kind of tilts his head in curiosity at you as you walk by.
No eye contact. Just continue to walk.
I'm gonna beckon for Sir to come over as they all leave.
Okay. So he'll begrudgingly kind of like walk over to your direction.
All right, good, the big one.
I'm gonna hand him my bird statue.
I don't really know what you want me to do with this big one, but
Well, if you turn it over, you'll see there's a gold piece there. If you're hopefully that will loosen your tongue and allow you to give us the information that they need.
Right, so I'm gonna need you to take this. I'm gonna hand it back to you.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need you to shove it where the sun don't shine. I need you to be on your way.
I'm gonna need you to be a lot nicer. I'm having a bad day. You're not making it easy.
Makes two of us, mate. Now get out of here.
But think of all the drinking you could do with that.
I get paid plenty.
You sure that's a collector's item?
You need to get the hell out of my sight.
Is this not a free road for me to sit here?
Okay, I don't want to make this violent, but I'll gladly bloody do so if I need it.
Oh, we don't want that. Please.
I told you, get the fuck on and move.
All right.
Fucking tourists. Unbelievable.
Just gonna sit here. Make another statue.
He's just gonna stay.
I moved over.
Oh fuck.
Yes, sir.
This
All
guy
right.
doesn't
I'm out.
scare me. I'm like
I'm
twice
out.
his size.
I'm out. Right, Dennis. What's your name? Schultz. We're going to the tavern. Keep an eye on the big one.
Stop moving.
Yeah.
What's the other way?
Blah. There you go.
Maybe Dennis wants the bird statue now that his boss is gone. One of
So,
a kind.
where were y'all gonna head into town as you left
Guess
the?
to the inn.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
assume the watering hole is the end.
That is correct.
Yup.
Yep. Kind of start heading that way as well.
Orlum needs a drink after today. He's going to the inn too.
Okay.
Where is the door?
Right,
Ah.
where is the door?
It should be right there at the
Oh.
bottom.
Gotcha. Found it.
All right. So, so you walk into the when you walk into the tavern, you notice it's decently upkept. Um, there's a woman. She looks like she's kind of like busting the tables a little bit. She's kind of like looking at all the people that kind of entered, and she's like, oh, customers, great. Morgan, can you tend to them? And you see a guy kind of standing on the other side of the tavern, and he just kind of like grunts. He's like, and he just kind of like looks at he has kind of like eyeballing everybody that's just kind of just walked in. One familiar face that you notice in the tavern is Frederick, who was at the farm. You see him sitting at one of the tables in the bar, and he's got about 3 jugs right in front of him that looks like he's sorry, 3 little tankards that he's already pretty much knocked back in the short amount of time that y'all have been, left his farm to come here. And he's a little pink in the face, a little red in the face, and you notice just one other patron. He just looks very meek, and he looks like he ain't got a lot of coins to his name.
Okay. Just so you know, I can only see Morgan.
Okay, so I thought I'd re-added everyone's tokens, so let me redo it again then. I did it. I figured that was going to happen. Do you see the guy I just added?
Yep,
William.
I see William.
Okay, so when y'all were transferring over, I was adding all the tokens right back again because I figured that was what was going to happen. So
Okay,
it
I
did
see
it
Cedric
anyways.
now.
All right, so let me fix this back to this sheet. Okay. I don't know why it's doing this. It doesn't ever do this where the tokens don't stay. It's weird, but we'll take care of it. That's not a problem. All right, go over here. Come on, go where you belong. Stupid. All right, where's the rooms? Fix this. 100. So it's like one of them's a shop. Well, two of them are shops. So it's just like, yeah, gotta refix my shops. Okay, so there. Okay, that's good. That's good. And all right, do you see the barmaid that I just added?
Yep, I
Yes.
see Amber.
Okay, and do you see Morgan? Yes or no?
I do not see
Not
Morgan
anymore.
now.
Okay.
I do not see Morgan.
Okay. So let me add him then. And
And
I'm adding him now. Just making sure he's set as a merchant, which he is. So, okay. Bam.
okay.
Okay.
Does he now appear
And
visible?
Mhm.
yep.
Okay.
Okay. I just at this point the only thing I don't see are the other player characters.
Do
I
you
see
all
everybody.
do y'all so it's only Zazia
see
that can't be
everybody.
seen. Okay. So it's
I
his
I
Zell
token.
can
All right,
make
how
them
about
out.
now? How about now?
I can see everybody except for Azai.
I'm directly south of you at the
Yep.
chair.
All
At
right,
the
how about
Oh,
now?
I see. I
Okay.
see you now.
Yep.
Does,
I see Azai.
does everyone see everyone? How about
I
that?
Nope. I only see Azai and the NPCs. Okay. I see Orlum now. And okay, and I see Avros now.
You said you do see his eye?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so everyone can see everyone now.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry for weird technical difficulties. All right,
No
That's
worries.
perfectly okay.
okay. So
I'm gonna walk.
Amber
Oh,
was the
go
one
ahead.
that she initially was like, now that y'all can actually see everybody, since I was basically talking in blank. So Amber is, walking up and down the tables, collecting tankards, and she directs Morgan to take care of the people that just walked in the door, and Morgan just kind of like grunts in agreement.
I'm gonna walk up to Morgan and go, good sir, Morgan, is it? I would like a room for me and my brother. How much?
So he kind of like just points his finger at Amber, and it's like, you're gonna want to talk to her.
Okay. Thank you, good sir. Um, and Zell will start walking over to Amber. And when he gets up near her and goes, good lady, Morgan said I should talk to you about procuring a room for me and my brother.
So um, why do I have a token as I'm controlling him? That's weird.
I see it.
I know I have a weird token thingy on my screen that it's showing Morgan as one, which is kind of weird. That shouldn't be like that. But anyways, so Amber, she goes like, you said you wanted a room for you said who now? You and your brother?
Yes, and I point to Azai.
Oh, yes, we do have rooms available. It's 5 silver pieces a night.
Okay. Standard 7-day week.
Yes,
Okay. So, and it's 5 silver pieces a night, correct?
correct. Per person.
Okay. So, I will hand her 7 gold.
Okay.
Will that be enough for the week?
She nods her head. She's like, yes, this will be fine. And then we'll put you at 28. I got you.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep.
And he'll wait for her to indicate which room or give him a key or something.
Yep. She'll point up towards your room up there, and she'll point just to the door directly behind, like where Morgan's at, right up that way, right there.
Okay.
Where your head is set at.
Yep. And Zell will thank her, and he'll go up to Morgan and go, do I talk to you then about food and drink?
That would be correct.
Okay. Uh, two ales then.
Just a moment. So, what is this something that you would like? And he looks over at Zos after he put his hand up,
Um,
Mm,
Zell kind of
or
at this point.
Jesus, because you were,
Yeah.
or he was like
Zell.
makes eye contact, raises a finger.
Yeah.
yeah, hold on.
Zell kind of nods and backs up a little bit to give Ezos room, so he doesn't seem like he's crowding him.
Take a twisty.
Like, oh, good choice. Coming right up. So he'll sit there and start kind of getting it all situated for you. He kind of like gets this like kind of pulls out like this tray to like mix things up like from underneath this table, and he sits there and he starts kind of like mixing up this kind of yogurt looking uh, mixture and kind of adding a couple things into it in a little bit, and he just kind of like looks at you. He's like, so what brings you here?
Business.
Hmm. There's plenty of business in this town.
Yes, you guys have a recent problem, a zombie issue that I here to fix for
Hmm. Are you now? I would be quite fortunate actually.
you. Would you happen to know anything about it?
I may have heard a couple things, but and after a little bit he'll finish your twisty and kind of like hand it to you. So you have a twisty in your inventory.
Thank you. I'll take a water as well.
And he'll just like no problem, coming right up, and he'll kind of like grab like a pitcher from underneath the table and pour you a glass of water and kind of hand it to you. It's like, here you go, sir.
Yeah.
So what is it that you want to know?
Anything you can tell me? How many times you've been attacked? Where from? Who's been taken? Who's been attacked?
Well, the only person that I know have been taken recently is Nathan, but
Go on.
he's the grocery store son. The owner. Man's been distraught lately.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that man could go through any more problems than what he has.
What other problems do they have?
Well, apparently the same as everyone else in this town. They lost someone to the weeping pox. He apparently lost his wife and his daughter.
Okay. Where does he stay?
He's in a farm on the east side of town, or the west side of town. I believe him and his I guess she'd be his daughter. I'm not quite sure. I'm not from here, but there's somebody that usually stays with him.
Yeah, could you describe the daughter?
Well, pretty. She doesn't ever come here, but she's quite pretty.
I see. You've been most helpful. I appreciate it.
Okay, and then so Zelza, you were gonna walk up and talk to Morgan.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask for uh 2 ales, and then uh 2 of the modest meals.
Okay.
So do I just click on those then?
Yeah, see if it's actually working, since I know some of my for some reason the shopping hasn't been working for some reason. I don't know why.
Okay, well, let's see here.
See if it works. I hope it does.
Well, I just tried to purchase 2 of the Roaring Eagle ales,
Nothing.
and I'm checking my inventory right now,
Gotcha.
and
It's probably not going to. So, let
let's
me.
see here. No. Nope, nothing in there.
Okay. So I'm reducing your currency for the ones that you got, and you have 2 added to your inventory. And you said you wanted 2 of the modest meals.
Yes.
Okay. And then that, and they are 3. So 2.
Once I've gotten those from Morgan, I will head over to and sit down next to Asai and hand her one of the ales and one of the plates of food.
Okay. They have been added to your inventory, and you should be able to trade with her.
Okay.
Once Azai gets the stuff from Zell, they are going to glance around the room and pretty much pull a Kakashi and eat the food and everything real quick without exposing her face or their face. Ugh.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's see.
Sounds like somebody at least got that reference.
I did. So, Orlum, are you doing anything while you're there?
Yes. Orlum is going to buy 2 ales, one for him. He's going to buy another round for Frederick.
Okay.
Let me see if I can purchase this from.
It probably won't. And were you wanting the same thing, the roaring dragon, or
Mhm.
roaring eagle one? Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
I can take
Are you
care
just
of that.
adding it? Should I not even try?
I am. It's probably not going to.
Okay.
So I'll let me see how much those were again, so I can make sure I take the appropriate amount. And okay, perfect. So, oop,
Oh wait,
come on.
whoa, that's weird.
What's wrong?
I just typed and it said Morgan.
Yeah, it's being weird for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I was trying to say that. I don't know why it did that. That was weird.
He's like taking control of everything. I'm gonna probably reset it here in just a second once I add her thing to her inventory real quick. I'm gonna
Well,
reset it, see if that removes him from it,
well,
and then
Zell, my character signed that to you. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's where it was going.
yeah. All right, give me just a second. I'm gonna
And
reset
Yeah,
it
no
while y'all are
problem.
discussing. See if that fixes Morgan.
as I will notice that about every third, what would be every third bite, he's sticking food into a pouch.
His eye is going to awkwardly stare at you.
This is something she probably would recognize from his time in the city of Joy.
And they are still going to awkwardly stare at you.
Yep. He just kind of ignores the awkward stare.
It's fine.
But yeah, he's eating just as quickly as you are.
Okay. All right, and all right. So so Orlum, you said that you were gonna buy another
Around
drink,
for
yeah, and then
me and Frederick.
okay.
I'm going to sit next to him and offer him the ale and ask him if Sally's fever has stayed down.
So he'll kind of like look at you and go, yeah, she's doing a little better.
Orlum is going to subtly mention that they went to talk to the gate guards and just gauge Frederick's reaction to see if he kind of emotes anything that would make him think that the guards could be lying. He's going to suggest that they weren't maybe necessarily helpful, just to see if Frederick drunkenly responds.
So he just kind of like looks at you, and he just has like this like kind of glazed look in his eye, and he's just kind of like he's like looking at you and like blinking like really heavily, and like holding for like a 2 second pause like every time he blinks in between, and he's just like, "What?" And
Orlem kind of realizes that Frederick might be too drunk for this conversation and instead asks him if he knows anything himself about the creature that attacked Sally.
and you're asking Frederick if he knows who attacked Sally?
If he knows anything, like if he overheard the guards talking about it, if Sally might have muttered anything while she was being tended to that could give them any sort of clues.
So he's kind of like looking at you, and like he like leans in really close. Um, you know, he's like looking, and like his face is getting like really, really, really close to you, and it's like awkward silence. And he like leans in a little bit more. And just like kind of like hiccups in your face like twice. And it's just
Just
very,
like
very rank breath, like very just smacks you in the face breath.
Orlem is going to give up on talking to Frederick and just raise his ale to him and down it really quick.
Okay, sounds good.
Do we see Mr. Boldman walking around?
Oh, I've made my entrance. Be like this, a man needs his drink. Ah, Frederick, you drunken bastard. I'm gonna smack Frederick upside the head.
And he just kind of like falls limply to the ground off to the side and just like throws up.
You pathetic day drunk. All right. Morgan, chap. Pour me an ale, won't ya?
And he just kind of looks and just sighs. It's like, "Ah, Sir Rugert. Oh, yes, quite. I guess." And he just reaches under the table and pulls out a jug and pulls it in the tankard, and just kind of like
Lad.
hands the tanker and the jug just to Sir Rugert, and he's just like, "Knock yourself out."
Put it on me tab. Thanks, lad.
Yep.
He's,
How's the rest of the patronage react to Sir Ruger slapping Frederick? How does William act?
William, when he sees that, William does it very similar to what you do, where you kind of recoil into your cloak. He kind of like recoils into his seat, like almost trying to pretend like he's not there and not to be noticed. Like he kind of he's like sinks down real low in the seat and kind of like takes his drink and kind of like pulls it into his chest and like holds it close to himself.
Okay. How does Amber react?
Amber's eyes get like really wide, and like you could tell she's kind of like disheveled that he's there. Um, and he's just kind of like, or she's just she definitely doesn't look very comfortable.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull up a seat next to William. Harass William a little bit. All right, William, lad.
Are these stools? Hang on. Are these stools anchored to the ground, or are the like how big are they?
The stools are probably about 2.5 to 3 feet, wide or like in circumference, and they are not bolted to the floor.
Okay.
Like they're movable. Not on the map movable, but that you could take a stool if you needed to take a stool.
Okay, they're movable.
They are movable.
All right. I'm gonna go around William then, brush by, and I'm gonna kick his stool out from under him.
So William will fall backwards onto his ass, and the drink that he had that he was kind of clutching to himself is going to pour directly all over his chest and into his face, and he's almost going to kind of gag on it for a second, like he like choked on it a little bit, and so he's like kind of laying on the ground, like choking on his drink.
You were in me seat, lad. And I give him a nice boot, and I'll put the stool back up. I'm gonna lean against the stool and put my boots up on the table.
So when you
The
kick him
throne of Sir
over,
Rugert.
when you kick him over, it actually almost saves him a little bit. So he kind of is able to cough it up a little bit, and then he just kind of like slowly like crawls on his hands, his knees, like around the table, like, and just trying to go around and away from Ruger as like slowly and quietly as he can.
You see that, lad? I was doing you a favor.
And he's
Is
just
sorry. Is
yeah.
Frederick unconscious?
Uh, yes, he is. He is laying on the ground, unconscious.
I'm going to drag him to a sitting position and lean him against the wall where that window is beside the fireplace, so he's at least upright.
Okay. So he's not on his flat on his back, or he's gonna choke on his vomit.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna shout from across the tavern. All right, Morgan. Tell Amber to whip me up something fresh caught. You just pulled out of the river.
And you just get a reply from Morgan, who is like, "Right away, sir."
Good lad, good lad. It's a respectable lad that Morgan is. Like those two dumb fucks guarding my fucking gate. Keep their hands out of the
William's been
cookie jar.
slowly crawling his way like through the tables and the bench seats to just make his way towards the door, trying to get the hell out of there. He gets to about like right here there as I so Rugert, you suddenly notice that your drink comes splashing out from under you, like your hand, like it was almost like knocked, and your drink just pours directly all over you. And in your flailing motion, you also knock over you knock over the jug that had all the alcohol extra in addition to your tankard that you were holding.
Oh, this wasn't my own doing?
This was not your own doing.
What kind of fucking Harry Potter shit is this?
Like any of us know what Harry Potter is.
I'm gonna stand up. All right, which one of you fucking bastards is the prankster? Right, not talking, eh? What weapon do I have? Do I have a great sword?
You do have a great sword.
Do I have a crossbow?
You do.
I'm gonna go with the great sword. Mosey on over to Frederick in the corner. I'm gonna draw my great sword. What? This isn't no laughing matter. Boy dies or somebody confesses to their little joke.
That's not Morgan.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We'll see if this
I
fixes
think it
it.
was just because I had him targeted. Like I had him
Possibly.
highlighted.
Here, try it now.
All right, you think I'm screwing around? I'm gonna drag Frederick to this table.
So he's threatening to kill Frederick.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna drag Frederick by the scruff of his neck like I'm the mama kitty. I'm gonna bash his nose into the table and break it.
Azai is going to step up and size up the bald man.
Okay, so Azai, you're sizing up the bald man who just bashed Frederick's nose into the table.
Yep.
He took 2 bludgeoning damage to the face.
How tall is the guard?
I'm gonna drop Frederick to the floor and just let him limp there like a rag doll, and I'm gonna go full WWE stare down with whoever the hell Hannah's playing here. What am I looking at here?
Void black eyes behind the mask. No facial features.
Oh, all right. Don't scare me.
So, Sir Rugert is about 6'5".
Oh,
He's a
taller than me.
yeah, he's about a solid 260.
Okay.
And
Chunky boy.
he carries it well. Like he doesn't look like he's it's pretty defined. He doesn't not exactly what you would call frail. He ain't got no
Oh, big
belly.
body.
So I
He's
have
kind of
a quick
broad. Sure,
question.
go right ahead.
So Sir Rugert, we were going over the laws of like this kingdom or this empire and everything. Attacking Sir Rugert is like a big deal. Like that's not because he's, I guess, quote unquote noble. He's up there. He's Sir Rugert. So would it
He
be like,
does have some status, yes. It wouldn't be the same as say hitting Lord Mistel. If you hit him, that would be really fucking bad. Now, Sir Rugert, you don't really know anything about him besides that he has the name Sir, and that's not his first name; it's a title.
yeah,
Other than that, it's technically one of distinguishment. So he does have some sort of pull, but it does kind of fall on that kind of gray area where you could potentially be reprimanded or punished for doing him harm.
okay, good to know.
Okay. Is this type of treatment towards commoners something that would be normal?
Depends on where you go.
Okay. From my experience, this would be typically normal.
You would see behavior like this before, yes. This wouldn't be your first
Okay.
time you've seen behavior like this.
I'm looking that direction, but I have not stood up. I'm just kind of keeping an eye and watching.
Am I still staring at Hannah's character?
I would say yes.
Wonderful. All right, I'm gonna take this as a confession then. I'm gonna kick her over in the gut. I'm gonna try and knock her prone.
Okay. We'll go I'll do this here before you do anything. I have this new thing I can do. Let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Plop. All right, so we're gonna do. Um,
What was that?
What was that?
so in the roll window, the two of you both have a
Oh, I see.
contested.
Ooh, this is cool.
Damn, Logan, are you in there just bullying Hannah?
And
Yeah.
I haven't
Bullying
even
the
done
shit out of
anything. I'm
Hannah.
just staring at him.
So he
Yeah,
pushes
looked
you.
at me
He,
funny.
the
he just
ground.
pushes you down to the ground and knocks you prone.
All right, I'm gonna look at the rest of the tavern. Anyone else want to try me, or can we resolve this peacefully? I'm a simple man. I want drink, I want food, and I want to be left alone.
Erlim is going to stand up and I guess do the same stare down. Try to do the intimidation skill, I guess.
Yeah.
With
I can handle that too.
Rugert.
Give me just 1 second. That
While
works too.
Orlum is doing that, Zell's gonna kind of slightly get up and come over and help Azai.
Nice.
Good roll.
You're gonna intimidate the fuck out of him.
All 4 feet of me.
Yeah. It's the beard.
So with with her or with Orlum kind of looking up at Sir Rugert, kind of whipping out or whipping out his hammer and kind of dropping it down onto the top of his shield that he had kind of sitting off to the side, and just kind of looking at him like, you might want to rethink things. And so Sir Rugert definitely he's just kind of like eyeballing the room a little bit. Kind of sees that the way the language is that there's a lot of people kind of surrounding him, and that the outcome isn't looking as favorable. as he would probably like it to be.
I'm gonna take Frederick and I'm gonna pick him up by the scruff of his neck and I'm say, "All right, you want him? You can have him." I'm gonna toss him in the general direction of the dwarf. I'm gonna huff off back to my stool.
So, Orlum, you'll actually be able to successfully catch him as he's being
Nice.
thrown at you.
All right,
And you
I'm
can kind of
gonna
catch him and set him down.
I'm gonna
Take
catch
out the
him and set him
fucking
at the
trash
bar.
dwarf.
Yeah, and I've helped as I stand up and as as the guard walks by, I'm kind of keeping my head down and ignoring him.
I'm going
But yeah,
to
you're a little too close to comfort there, Zelzia. Right, Slim Shady, you better move your fuck out the way at my table.
I'm going
All
to
right,
grab Zell by the
the
arm.
seat is so rugged.
What were you saying?
I'm going to grab Zell by the arm and drag him over to Morgan, and I'm going to sign that I want to buy Orlin a drink.
Okay. Zell looks at Morgan and says, one more for Orlim here, on me. And he will Zell will actually kind of sign to Isaiah and say, I'll take care of this time.
Or I'm going to slap Zell on the shoulder and shake head. And like, no.
Fine.
Okay. I
Brother
added
will
to the.
pay for it.
Yep, I did the money and added to the inventory.
And then I'll hand the coin to Morgan.
So, Morgan will finish, getting everything prepped for the drink for Orlum, and then Amber will kind of come out after a little bit of time while some of that's been going on and get kind of a meal situated for Sir Rugert, and kind of like starts like begrudgingly walking it over towards Sir Rugert's table, and kind of sets it down. She's like, "Here you go, sir."
All right, thank you, love. Always take such good care of me. Slap her on the ass.
And she's like, "Oh, thank you, sir."
Ah, you're most welcome. The first one's free, next one's gonna cost you.
What's her body language with all this?
She is extremely repulsed, but it's kind of like she's kind of giving off the body language of that, like, she's obviously not comfortable with it, but at the same time, she knows there's not anything she can do about it.
Okay.
Just unfortunately, just like a simple reluctance. And then she starts trying to walk away from him.
Oh, no, that won't do. That won't do. I'm gonna grab at her, ends of her dress. I'm gonna pull her back. Pull her into my lap. What a rough day. Had to put up with Dennis and Schultz, bunch of fuckers. Why don't you sit right here while I enjoy drinking a meal? Both Saruga company.
I guess,
Oh, good lass. Wonderful.
and she's definitely uncomfortable.
Zell's kind of looks at Asai and then looks back at Sir Ruger and back at he's definitely giving you the, do we do something about this or do we let this go kind of look.
I'm going to sign pretend you want to buy another room.
Okay. Zell's gonna kind of walk over to Amber and go, excuse me, ma'am, Amber, I would like to buy a second room if that's okay. Would you mind helping me with that? Kind of trying to gesture her to, get up and show him where the room would be.
Yeah. So as you are standing there, as you walk up to him, you feel something. Sorry, hit it the wrong way. You feel something very sharp hit you in the leg from underneath the table.
Oh shit.
I warned you not to come too close to my table, lad. You pay the price.
Um, ah, um, Zell kind of, does the whole, and grumbles, and actually he's gonna, for the first time, he's actually going to look up and look you in the eyes and just give you that stare saying, that wasn't a good idea.
And beloved, if you would like to go off to the corner now, I'm gonna teach this tourist a fucking lesson. Can I pick up a bar stool and just beat the shit out of him with it?
I mean, if you're wanting to take like a use like a improvised weapon, I know you don't have the don't truly have the I think it's
Yeah, it
like
just seems very in character.
yeah. We'll do this. We'll do see what's your strength. Okay. Um, we'll
What's
do
up
we'll
there?
do a strength roll. We'll do a d20 plus what's your strength plus your proficiency, and then
Hell yeah.
if it's enough to equal, or if it exceeds his AC, and we'll do a kind of small amount of bludgeoning damage from getting hit by the so you take and you swing this bar stool wildly, and it just kind of swings wide, and you miss hitting Zilzia. He kind of like ducks away from it.
Uh, Zell's, uh, after he ducks after the bar stool and just goes, a man of your station should have better manners.
For
As
your
he's
fucking
actually
self.
stopped acting meek. It's like this is the first time like Orlum and Azov has actually kind of seen Zell show a backbone. Take your drink and your food and eat.
I'm gonna take my drink and I'm gonna pour it on his head. That's what I'm gonna do. Words for a man with a crossbow bolt in his fucking leg.
Big words for a man who can't sip his own drink without spelling it.
Shut the fuck up or I'll shove this whole plate down your fucking throat, you fucking tourist. Haven't caught on by now, this is my town. I'm gonna put one hand on my greatsword. Your
All right.
last
So
fucking
How do y'all
word.
want to handle this?
With overwhelming
Nope.
violence.
Don't really want to do combat because
yeah,
Yeah,
clearly
Orlum's
the
kind of
leader
waiting.
of the guards of this town.
Yeah.
Zell's
This is
just
not a character talking, but my character doesn't want to fight. But at the same time, if my brother is going to fight, I'm going to help my brother.
yeah.
Yeah, Orlum feels the same way. He doesn't necessarily want to do combat, and he's also kind of reluctant because Zell's like standing up for himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
Zell,
we're just gonna keep waiting.
Yeah.
Zell kind of just doesn't react 1 ounce to the drink being poured over him, and goes, "This would be a different matter if you weren't a guard," and just kind of backs off.
I like this dwarf pulling up next to me. Alright, you are a fucking coward drenched in fucking beer, and you, I point at the dwarf, get out of my fucking face or I'm gonna bash you like I bashed him.
So Azai, you're able to successfully rip the arrow from his leg successfully without causing any further damage.
Ooh. I could have caused permanent damage and I didn't.
Oh, damn it.
I nod thank you to you.
And then as I will actually speak very, very quietly and say, I will heal you later.
I just nod to that.
I really don't like this dwarf in my face. God. Oh, dwarf's backing off. Oh,
Yeah,
that was real close.
Orlum, since everybody
was
else has
real
seemed to move
close.
away from the situation, going back to the bar.
Once Zell is taken care of, Azai is going to pretty much gesture to Amber to walk behind towards behind the bar and pretend like they're having a conversation.
All right, Morgan, I'm gonna need another drink. These damn hyenas. I'm gonna learn to respect the lion around here.
So he'll work on getting you a new drink and a new jug situated for you, and he'll walk over and he'll plop it onto your table, and he goes, "Right away, sir," and just
That's
kind
a
of like
good lad.
plops it with a hefty amount of sarcasm, and then just kind of makes his way back to the desk or to his little
Morgan's the only
bar.
one in here with half a fucking brain.
And so Amber, you can tell she's just kind of like visibly shaken from just the whole exchange, and is just appears to be kind of thankful that it didn't escalate any further than it did.
Did you hear what I said about me trying to escort her behind the bar, pretending to have a conversation to
Are
get her
you?
away from him?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Zell's just gonna kind of stand over here and lean up against the wall.
Okay.
And Azai is going to speak very quietly to the woman. I'm going to message you directly, God, about that. Since she's speaking so quiet, no one should be able to hear her.
Okay.
Orlum is just going to be angry and drinking his ale super quickly.
Sounds like a plan. And then Zelza, are you doing anything besides just kind of doing like a little bit of an overwatch, keeping an eye on stuff?
Yeah, that's basically what he's doing. Every now and then he'll kind of glance up at Sir Ruger, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of get, just kind of look at him and then look back down, muttering to himself very, very lowly so only he can hear that if he wasn't a guard, oh, I would so, just letting off that steam by muttering.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. While y'all are kind of sitting there doing that real quick, I'm going to swap to Andras for just a second. So you've been chilling on the little bit of the hill there, working on some clay figurines. Anything else you're wanting to do?
Are they like have they been gone for a while? Because
They
obviously
would
it
have
starts to grow to like nighttime.
it would have been it's probably been from the time they went over there and did that, it's probably been about 15-20 minutes.
Oh no, I'll probably wait out here for a while. If it doesn't look like they're gonna come back in the next like hour or so, I'll probably start wandering into town.
Okay. Yeah, this whole exchange happened over the span of like 15-20 minutes. So
That's what I figured, but it sounds like they're trying to like settle into the fucking tavern for the night when I thought we were leaving, so that's why I'm just a little confused.
Yeah. I think they were pretty much inquiring and just trying to kill time so that they could get the main guy away from those two guards so they could talk to him.
Yeah.
That's the way I understood it, is that they, were pretty much just leaving for a little bit, waiting for that guy to go, and then once some time's passed, they were going to head back to talk to the guards to try and learn about what they could without that guy being there to intimidate them.
Well, I'll see if they're like willing to talk to me or if they just like straight ignore me.
Yeah, give it a shot.
I'll talk to the closest one. He seemed to like he knew what's going on, so I'll walk over to him.
So he'll look at you kind of nervously, and he'll be like, I can't believe you stood up to him like that.
Well, it's unfortunate you have to deal with him lording over you like that.
It is, but unfortunately we've gotten used to it.
Well, there's I guess there's some sort of attacks going on nearby.
Yeah. Yes, a little girl, Sally, she got attacked recently.
Sorry to hear that. It's dangerous roads. Do you know, like, what happened at all?
Apparently she was bit by something, but me and Dennis, we were the ones that found her, but we didn't see anything around. All we did was we heard her screaming, and we ran over there as fast as we could, and we just found her laying there. She was in a pile of her own blood, and we didn't see anything anywhere. But I mean, she had this huge wound on her leg.
Where was she found? It was nearby?
Yes, it was just a little bit outside of town.
And he can, like, one of them can like walk you over to the area. It's very close walking distance, just to the edge of town.
Sure.
And he can take you over to the area.
Yeah, let's go look at it.
And don't have a map for it, but
Oh,
it's but in the area of it is basically like there's just like a single blood stain in the ground, but there's like a big pool of it that's like dried. But it's a pretty noticeable stain. And then you can do like an investigation check to see if you see anything else in the area.
sure. Would it be investigation or would it be like survival to look for like
You could do
tracks
either.
and
You
stuff?
could do survival or investigation. It's survival probably if you're looking for tracks and like that, but if you're looking for like any other clues, I'd say investigation.
Well, we'll do both. We'll do investigation first. Not gonna be great, but yeah. And then I'll throw the survival in the chat too.
Okay. So you can definitely see like track wise where like probably like where a path was walked by people like kind of leaving the town, where like there's enough foliage damage, there's enough like you could see where a clear path was like ran, and like a lot of damage was done to a lot of the shrubs and everything in that area, where you could tell when they heard someone screaming they like bolted their way through there, and it left like a noticeable mark through some of the area, like some of the things look crushed and things like that. Don't really notice anything in terms of like any kind of evidence in the area, like what could have potentially caused it. You don't see any kind of like footprint tracks and stuff because it's been a little bit too long since things like that would have been easily washed away with weather and just time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't have like forensic file shit. But so nothing you really notice in that regard. But you can clearly see like where the ground was stained from where the girl was bit and bleeding. That's very obvious. There doesn't appear any like footprints that were made from the blood as they were trying to leave. There's any evidence
Like
of that.
drops of blood anywhere else nearby.
Mm-mm. No, it's pretty much
No.
centered in that one pool. Like it was probably like she got bit and then just sat there and then just bled from that wound in her leg, and like couldn't run or crawl. She was just like in pain and in shock just from getting bit, because she's about like a 8-year-old child.
Right. And what time of day was this?
This was nighttime, kind of like or dusk, say probably around that like 6 to 7 range, and it was they had already closed the gate for the evening, and they assumed everyone was in town, and she had snuck out at some point, just playing in the woods, and they didn't know she was out there, and then they heard her screaming and crying.
That was my next question. Was like, why was somebody outside of the gate at nighttime?
Yeah, she was just
Especially a
out playing.
child
Yeah,
like that.
she was just out playing in the woods. They said that her aunt and her cousin basically know that she is, she's just kind of a carefree child. But that you during the day it's not that bad, but at night no one goes outside at night because it's just too dangerous. But that's why like they have a very strict curfew that like we come inside at like no past 7 we're in. So like before the sun goes down we're inside. So
All right. Well, if I'm not gonna glean anything else from this, if I'll ask if he has any other maybe information or maybe any ideas on what he think might have done it.
They do believe that it's some sort of undead because it's like that it was like looked like it was trying to like rip the flesh from her, like it was trying to eat it. Um, like just the way that the bite mark is, and the only thing that stopped it from continuing to attack her was her screaming, and then the sound of the guards coming to like chase the thing off. But they weren't able to get a good description of what it looked like. It looked kind of humanoid in nature, but like human shaped, but they couldn't. Neither one of them got a look at it. It was gone by the time they got there.
It's gotta be. No, go ahead.
That was it.
Oh, so it's got to be some sort of like intelligent humanoid then, since if it was scared, right, like a normal zombie, that at least from what I know from other games, I don't know if it'll be the same in this world, but like, is there common knowledge about like undead? How
Most
they
of them,
act?
like some of them are, like your typical like zombies and skeletons would be your typical brainless, like just sit on a mash and just like that. Other things like more like ghouls and things like that do have a little bit more intelligence, where they would be a little bit more receptive to things, but potentially coming
That's
after them.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like if it was a zombie, it
It
would have
wouldn't have
just kept.
stopped. Yeah, it wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah, okay. So it's not something dumb, it's something potentially worse. All right.
Correct.
Okay, well, I guess our only option then is to like sort of hang around and search at night and see if we can see anything new.
Okay.
I'll head back. I'll wait for everybody else to figure out what they're gonna do.
Sure. Sounds good. All right. I'm gonna put us back into the main chat.
It up with makeup then or something because in
Correct.
in all the photos I haven't seen it.
Rouge. A lot of rouge.
In fact, I
Gotcha.
do have
Wonders.
one
Yeah.
thing.
Good contouring.
The chat thing that has all the different roles for it, the intelligence and wisdom and all that. You should probably like pin that somewhere. That way it doesn't get lost in all the
Oh, I
stuff.
plan to. Oh, I plan to. Trust me. I
Okay,
was.
just making sure because
Oh
it's
yeah,
already
yeah,
starting to get up
yeah.
there.
I did it right when we first did it, and I was like, "Hey, you want to check this?" Oh shit, let me go and look. And I was like, "Oh crap, this is getting up there." I was like, "Yeah, I'll probably pin it tonight so I don't forget." Um, uh, and looking at what time it is, I believe we should stop here. Because it's 11. I got to work myself tomorrow, so I don't want to go too far over. So we'll end it for here for tonight. And we'll continue with the further investigation of what's going on with this girl getting attacked, and kind of try and gain some more insight on that and figure out what's going on with that when we play again.
And then, like I was saying to everybody, we're playing on Saturday the 20th, but the week of Thanksgiving, no games. Like no games.
Okay. All right, I'll see you guys in
Correct.
3 days.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
Y'all have a good
It's
night.
fun. Never get to be evil.
Yeah, man.
Have a
Enjoy
good
it.
Doing a
time.
good job, Logan. You're doing a good job.
Good night, everyone.
Later.
Bye.
Y'all have a good night.